you essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Mavericks with the possession. To Porzingis. KP, Kristaps Porzingis. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Dame rises. Shot by Lillard, no good. To Porzingis. And a throwdown.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
A pass stolen by Portland. Lillard. Shot by Lillard, no good. To Lee. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To McCollum. Here comes the screen. Terrific vision.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kembe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores. Dallas with the possession. A drive through the paint, but a shot misses. Yes, Marcin Gortat. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Whiteside. McCollum. He engulfed him that time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Ken Bazemore. Kristaps. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. McCollum. It's Lillard for 2. Shot by Lillard, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Gortat. To Lee. Has a look. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. Lillard to Rodney Hood. Lillard. Cleans it up. Offensive board. To Lee.
No good. You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Shot by Lee, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Nurkic Goes to the right side from long range. Good sign that time, Jay, as they get one to go down. But now let's see if they can get a stop on the other end.
If you're looking at this game like you're looking at your week, it's the first quarter, which means that it's Monday. It's early. Just because you had a bad Monday doesn't mean you can't have a great Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Were you the kind of person who always had that case of the Mondays?
No, it's always Friday, my friend.
That's the way to do it. Kristaps Porzingis. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Porzingis. To Lee. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Lillard, his first effort, off the mark. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Lee. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense. From the outside, no good. It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Hood to Lillard.
I'm good. I can do it. I'm good.
Shot clock. It's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. For 3. Tough shot there for Bazemore. No good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Spinning shot. Won't fall.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Oh, Courtney Lee. 3 for 6 now.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Nothing going here on that drive. And he'll go to the foul line.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
Yusuf Nurkic at the line for 2 shots. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. And gets both to drop at the line.
Entering the game for Dallas,
To Luka Doncic. Fires the 3. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
the assist from number 3, C.J. McCollum. 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Short jumper won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Doncic. Down low for Powell. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
Wait, I'm sorry. You get paid how much money to miss shots like that? That can't happen.
Dallas owns the basketball. That's going to be out of bounds. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 33, Zach Collins. Stepping in for the Dallas Mavericks, number 30, Curry.
To McCollum. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Here comes the screen. McCollum, the drive, right to the basket. Cruises inside for two.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Oh, bad pass there. Blazers have it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Pick up, pick up, pick up.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. It's the Mavericks with the lead. First quarter complete, on to the...
We know what's coming. Go get it.
Substitutions, Dallas. Stepping in for the Trailblazers, number 7, Skull Labissiere.
To Luka Doncic, going to launch beyond the arc. Doncic showing why the Mavs traded up to get him.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Aaron.
And counted at the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Luka Doncic, marked man, shot altered and no good.
I got this crowd. Let's go.
To Rodney Hood. 4-3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Lays it up and in.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Lillard to Rodney Hood. Screen coming. Hood to Lillard. Trying to cash in. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
The danger of KP. Porzingis hits the three with the hand in his face.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Porzingis. Fires the three. Won't go for DeLon Wright. Give credit to the D.
Here we go. I got him.
Kristaps Porzingis with a piece. Dallas has it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Porzingis. And look out. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
I'm on D.
Kristaps Porzingis. Tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Swing.
KP. Knocks it down off the step back.
And this is what makes Porzingis so dangerous. He's got that length and those jump shots just like Kevin Durant, but he's way over 7 feet tall, and he's got that feathery touch down low. Still want to see his game get a little bit more expanded with his low post moves.
Nothing going here on that drive. Doncic lets it fly from beyond the arc. Second effort. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Hood to Lillard. And a putback slam.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
To Wright.
Defensive foul to number 0. Damian Lillard, that's his first personal foul.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws.
Shoot it again.
Subbing in for the Portland Trail Blazers, number 3, C.J. McCollum.
McCollum into the front court. Down 2. Dwight Powell pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Layup goes down. Well done.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Rodney Hood.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
And he knocks it down, Jay.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Defense, let's go.
Portland's got it.
Let's move. I got ball.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
It seems like yesterday I was rapping with this kid during the NBA pre-draft workout. He looked scrawny. Nobody knew if he could really make it. But the arrow continues to point straight up for Dame Lillard. Another terrific season. A first-time All-NBA first-team player. Tied for 4th in the league in scoring last year. This kid is no doubt about it. Dame time.
Doncic to Porzingis. Oh, Courtney Lee. 4 out of 7.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Right, missed a short one there. Wrong key from three-quarters court. We've reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Mavericks will start the second half with a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Dallas Mavericks. the Trailblazers, aren't down by much after 2 quarters.
And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up.
Have a look at the leading scorers for the Portland Trailblazers.
Game trap. Bench points.
The NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Mavericks with the basketball. Deep right corner, beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
Who gonna do this?
Doncic. To Lee. Has a look. And the rebound taken in by the Blazers. Great feed. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. To Luka Doncic from long range. He was all over him. Kristaps Porzingis sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Mavericks with the possession.
Here we go.
To Lee. Lets it fly from long range. Well defended, but big basket there for Courtney Lee.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Lillard. The jumper's off the mark. Trying to take it all the way, but it's no good.
I got you.
Count the basket at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Here's a chance from long range. Smothering D. Oh, good work to step in front. The pass taken away.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
And that's going to be out of bounds off of Lillard. For 3. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
To Lillard. Driving right to the basket. Marcin Gortat able to recover with the block. McCollum. Cleans it up. Another follow. No good. Hassan Whiteside. He's now 5 for 6.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
To Ken Bazemore. Lillard. Wide open look, won't go.
I hate that that one didn't go down. You'd much rather go into half with a tie ball game than having a deficit.
Whiteside to Lillard.
Shot, that's short, that's short.
Short jumper misses. To Gortat. Gortat rocking the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Trailblazers with the basketball. To McCollum. Stuffs it down with authority.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Hassan Whiteside swats it. McCollum with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Subbing in for Dallas.
So he hits the first, misses the second.
Subbing in for the Trailblazers.
McCollum to Ken Bazemore. Steps through and scores.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
To Gortat. Fires the three. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Almost. Unlucky bounce. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good. C.J. McCollum. Now 4 for 9.
And CJ is a guy that doesn't get the respect that he deserves on a nationwide level. 3 straight seasons averaging over 20 points per game. He's a guy that's automatically in range once he leaves the car entering the stadium.